fucking another bun, mac sauce, fucking lettuce, tomato. I don't know what you need on here.
Quick question. Did you get high when you were at the McDonald's?
Yeah, I actually went there on acid once, and they sent me home from work.
One time when I worked at Sonic, I hated working at Sonic.
Did you roll up on roller skates?
Fuck yeah, I did. Come on, baby. And that was when I was like 20-year-old hot. So I was like, everybody ate me the fuck up because I didn't wear the blades. I had the quad wheels. Yeah. And I would do like little spins and shit. I was the only one who didn't look like I snuck onto Earth. Like I was like, no, I was cute. I made like $100 in tips like every night.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, I made money.
Wow, okay.
But then everything caught on fire and the owner was in the mafia.
I hate when
and
that
they closed
happens.
down. Don't you hate when that
I hate
happens?
when the owner's in the mafia.
Don't you hate
You're
it?
just like, fuck, I can't even.
And like it was like a running gag for forever.
I can't even get unemployment now.
No, because he was like some old school Italian from New Kent. So obviously the gag was, Joe's in the mafia. And then we got this new manager who got fired from UPNC for like.
He lives in Mahoning Town.
Like drugs. Yeah. He was like, I grew up, and back when New Kent looked good. He ran that shit. Like his family ran that. I was like, yeah, right. And then there was a guy who would come in drunk because there was a manager who was really evil. And her dad worked there in the kitchen, but he was also a contractor and he was also a drunk. And he came in after the store was closed to like redo the floors so he'd pass the health inspection, which was a common theme there. And he like came in like hammered and yelling and screaming and tried to fight me and all this stuff. And the manager, the new manager, we had 8 jams in 1 year.
Did you sweep him? What'd you do?
I skated away. I said, I do not get paid enough to deal with this shit.
You're on those 4 wheels just
I said, you know what?
Booting and scooting.
I'm going outside. I said, I'm running trash. And I smoked a cigarette. And then I came back and he was still there and he's still fighting with this like 23-year-old manager with like a shitty diamond tattoo on his neck. And he was like, get out of my store. And he like, gets out of the store. And then I come back the next day and he's back there flipping burgers. And I went, he tried to fist fight me and some dude who'd been working there for 3 weeks. And then the guy goes, the owner's on the phone for you. And I was like, fuck. And he would talk to you for 40 minutes. He'd say the same 5 things for 40 minutes and your eyes would glaze over. And I was like, hello? And he was like, I'm sorry the Buddha had to be there tonight. And I was like, yeah, what's up with that? And he's like, well, I already told him and I told all the managers. He's know what to talk to you. He's know what to look at you. And if he does, you have my number. Give me a call and I'll take care of him. And like in that moment, I was like, oh my God, he's in the mafia. And I didn't want to owe him a favor. So I was like, no, you're good. Don't. He's fine. He's good. That's fine. And I like, it was very weird. It was a terrible job. Everything caught on fire too.
Well, that's how you got out of it then.
Yeah, I said.
You're like, all right, whew, thank God, I cut ties with the mob.
Yeah, no, and he asked me to come back, and he was like a year or so after I had quit, he was like begging me to come back, and he offered me.
What, he opened up another Sonic? What?
I don't know. I think it's the same one.
Does he have multiple chains of Sonics?
He had two, I think.
Oh, okay,
but I was like, he like offered me like almost like a signing bonus to get back, and I was like, this isn't a corporate store. Like I know I'm gonna owe you. Like, this is, like, I was, like, scared. I was like, he can't get me back. I like, talked to my dad. There was so many things wrong with that place. I also had a manager who looked like, or, like, a district manager who looked like Steve Buscemi.
It's crazy that they moved from, like, delis and strip clubs to, like,
restaurants
Sonics.
that aren't real. Yeah.
Like
he must have been, like,
the
low
mobs
level
really outbranched themselves. Yeah, what, they used to take care of, like, I don't know, like, the city trash in New York, like
waste management.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, sorry. Fucking
so
janitorial services. I don't know, dude. Fucking
Mountain Dew. Sorry, I really can't help myself. That's so funny. Not
You're
sponsored.
in Newcastle.
Not sponsored. Not
Would
sponsored.
You say instead of highway, it took you the farm way?
It did take me the farm way.
The farm way.
So it was trying to take me on 19, but my car, like, oh God, it does. It's like, if I go too slow, it breaks down.
That's
so
crazy.
Allegedly. And
According to you.
speed.
And that was allegedly happening.
Yeah, you're like
was-
Keanu Reeves every time you drive.
Yeah, it was scaring the fuck out of me, and I was like, oh my god, because I like cut over 3 lanes of traffic to get on the 19. I thought it was taking me like a different way, and I was like, oh, it's taking me up 19. That's fucking stupid. That's dumb. And I went, I know how to get to Newcastle-ish, so I tried to go the way like right before you would go to like Zealy-ish.
Yeah.
You'd go that right where you can kind of go towards like Urban Air or whatever that was,
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
whatever it was. And I missed the wrong turn again, and my car broke down again. And some guy got out of his car.
I'm literally
he was
worried
like-
about you getting home.
Well, once I got on the 79, everything will be fine.
Okay.
And I don't worry, I got AAA.
All right.
For 28 years, AAA member. Yeah, I'm a
Sponsored by
platinum.
AAA.
I'm a platinum AAA member. I love AAA.
Platinum.
Because
They
I'm
are.
dumb as shit too.
They are amazing.
Because I'm stupid and dumb, and I freaked out about stuff. Like I once had my tire blow. I was trying to get to my sister's birthday dinner or something at my dad's house. My car exploded on the highway, and I was like, well. And that's not the first time it's happened to me either. And I'm like crying and I
So
crawl.
how many times have you had? If you could rack them up,
How many times have my car done something dumb?
yeah, like on
Like,
the highway.
which,
and fucking something
which car?
Crazy. All of them.
9.
Okay.
It must be like a luck thing for me. I also think a lot of it is like I just like I said, I've been given cars that are like in middle school. I've been given cars that are like on hospice.
Yeah.
Like my car, and then I take it and I go full code and I do everything I can and I just run it into the ground like a psycho. And like my car is currently full of trash and stuff, and I'm like, anyway, here we go.
Mine's not clean.
No, oh, you don't even want to. Well, I can't just like give it to like what is it, Monroe Muffler, and be like, can you look at my car? Sorry, it smells weird. There's a lot of stuff in there, and it's like every single item of clothing I've ever worn ever, socks. You know, like that
Just
gay
like
guy on
half-eaten
TikTok.
apples? Like, what are we doing?
I'm not half eaten, but there was one in there. It must have fallen out of my lunchbox or something. I went,
Yo, you know
funky.
what's funny?
I'm
So
really-
my ex, right? Her car stunk for like months, right? Bro.
People stop. That's actually the perfect thing when your car's gross. People don't want to ride to the open mic. I lived in the same neighborhood as. Do we bleep names? Does it not matter?
No, it doesn't matter.
Zevon was like always asking me for a ride, and I was like, and he hated the smell of my car, and he stopped asking. And I hate driving people around because I drive like a maniac.
Yo,
So
she
it's
was
like,
gonna bring it to the dealership. Like there was something wrong with it. I was like,
You have to
"Listen,
clean your shit
This is
out."
a you thing." Like she's like, I don't know. What if there's like a squirrel or something dead in the
I knew
engine?
somebody. I was like, "Did you leave a snack in there, girl?"
You know what it was?
What?
A bag of fucking pizza rolls in the trunk that sat in the summer heat.
She has like my kind of girl. What's her number?
Yeah. No, she's cool. Yeah.
We could be stinky car friends.
Yeah. It's totally my fault.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you sad.
No. No.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have like a necessary
I
problem
was
or
just,
anything. Just
I was just farting around.
her car was.
I love saying farting
Stunk
around.
like shit, dude. Like dead animals.
like-
It was pizza, Tostino's pizza rolls, dude. Bacon in them.
Oh my god.
It was sludge in the bottom of the bag. It was like leaking out. How disgusting.
man.
That's
Yeah.
so foul. And I'm good with smells too. Like I work in the ICU, so a
Yeah.
lot of times people have like, this is disgusting. Like wounds on them from like laying in the same place for so long. They get like skin
Ooh,
breakdown,
yeah.
Yeah.
and they'll be like to the bone.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
It's like they did some crocodile.
We've had guys. There's like a procedure. Well, it's never ideal. You never want this to happen. It's not ideal. It's called like
An
an
amputee.
No, it's called like
No.
an open abdomen, where you come out of the OR open. You come out and they haven't stitched you up yet.
Well, sometimes you
And
have
they
to
put
do
like
that,
a
I guess.
wound vac on it, so it's like foam and like, you know, like the sticker, the clear sticker that they put on
Yeah.
like an IV.
Yeah.
They have big ones of those,
Yeah.
and they like tape it in there, and there's like a machine that like slurps out the bad stuff, and it's so like they can. Yeah, we've had a few patients like that. Like,
And then you
sometimes
could
it
just
happens.
look into your
Yeah, like
abdomen.
if someone has like a necrotic bowel thing or like
Does it
ischemia.
hurt for them? Do
Well,
they
they're
feel
typically
anything?
not even awake.
Okay.
They're
So
typically
it's only
like,
bad for you.
Well, I'm not normally the one that's fucking around with the stuff in there.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not the one taking off the dressing and being like, organs. It's like the nurses typically do that. But then like when we turn them and
that's pretty
stuff, I've like
crazy.
come in there when they're switching dressings out because it's like time to get a blood sugar because it's like all I do. I'm like, oh, do you want me to come back? Like,
Biggest wound I seen was I helped take care of a C-section.
oh, Lord mercy.
Yeah.
Was it
Had
like
to swap out like
all the dressing
the
and stuff?
dressing and
Do they
stuff,
keep you
yeah.
open after that or like
I
is
mean,
it just
like
kind of
they
grody
did,
looking?
like they did some stuff, so
Yeah.
like it wasn't just like.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, those are crazy.
But yeah,
Those
I
have
still
been-
had to like change it,
Did-
and it was. I was
huge.
like, whoa.
Did you know that they've been doing those for like hundreds of years in Africa? There was like a tribe that premiered the C-section. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
The
I forget
premier
the person.
surgeons.
I forget the person's
Is that the
name.
best way to place to get one now?
I don't know. Okay.
Are
I'm
they
not
like
no, like this was like
super
before like
advanced, like
modern medicine.
Wakanda?
This was like before modern medicine they were doing it. Isn't that insane?
That is insane.
And like some white guy said, I'm gonna take that, and now he's
now he's
I think
rich?
technically credited as like the creator of the C-section.
Typical.
Typical white man
Yeah.
I mean, not gonna
inventing
lie.
surgery, quote unquote.
Yeah. Whatever,
Whatever.
dude.
Whatever. They're killing the buffaloes, and they're
Yeah.
taking a
We've
tribal
killed
leader's,
literally
like,
everything.
surgery credits.
Yeah, everything
Dude.
that's extinct, we've probably done.
Yeah, it is the people's
mean-
fault.
Yeah.
I want to say now I have a vocal stim, Mountain Dew. God, that's so good to me. It's such good shit. Oh, but do you guys not get hung up on words and phrases and things?
Yeah.
Yeah?
All the time.
Every day
actually.
of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know. You know what really gets me? Jingles. Jingles. You know what I do a lot? Even like, not even just jingles, but it's a lot of time jingles. Just quick little jingles and shit commercials. But even songs and stuff, if I hear them enough times, I start replacing the lyrics with what I want.
Yeah.
And I make a whole
Oh, I
song.
do
I
that.
feel like
Yeah.
Weird Al Yankovic. Sometimes
Dude.
there's
Yeah.
like,
I make up songs all the time. 'cause
yeah.
I was a musician before I was a comic.
Oh shit! What'd you do?
I wrote music and played guitar.
Hell yeah!
Oh, shit.
Yeah, which is weird because my comedy, I like to think I'm funny, and like
think
jovial.
you're funny.
Like court jester. My music is about like wanting to die. It's about like killing yourself and like men who have wronged me. It's about like eternal like. It's about like familial angst. It's about like
Yeah.
suicide, like active suicidal ideation.
Damn.
It's like remember like Evanescence,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like that mixed with
Okay.
Billie Eilish,
Yeah.
and then like also Phoebe Bridgers.
Okay.
Okay. Hell yeah.
All gay icons in my opinion. But I was it's some weird, which is like a weird mix of things. But
Yeah.
I don't know, dark shit.
I've
But,
never heard you do any music,
you
so
don't
I
want
didn't know
to,
that.
I can't sing anymore actually.
Why wouldn't I
my
want
tonsils
to?
removed. That's why I
Oh.
sound like this.
I was
Like,
gonna
this isn't
say
like a fun
I've
vocal
listened
fry.
to all of those. Evanescence on my own.
On your own.
Billie Eilish because of my daughters.
Yeah.
And
Sorry. Excuse me.
I'm not sure. No, maybe not the
Phoebe
last.
Bridgers.
Actually.
Well, if your kids were gay, you'd know.
Okay.
She's, yeah,
We're American. No, I'm
No,
just.
we're-
I'm just.
I thought you were American.
just playing. You know, I'm not like
You're a
that.
lesbian. I thought you were American.
I am a lesbian, actually.
You have the hair.
Yeah. And I'm
But-
smooth like a dolphin. No, I'm just fucking.
Dude, every time I learn something new about dolphins, it's against my will.
Yeah, you know what's weird?
I don't like the thing. I
I
don't
was
like the
watching.
things that they do.
I've been like real sucked into these YouTube videos that are just like. So I. Okay, this video is 21 and a half hours long.
I thought you were gonna say minutes.
It took me like a week to watch this fucking thing, right? And I know I still missed some because I'd put it on before bed and shit, you know.
I
But it was
watched the
called
craziest
The
shit.
Complete rabbit hole compendium. Iceberg.
Oh my God, I get sucked into icebergs so bad.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
oh my God.
The icebergs
I'm
are so good.
And I get so picky about them. Like I've seen some
Yes.
really good ones that when I like see someone who like doesn't know how to speak, I get pissed. Or like
Yeah,
they're
I'm
not
like,
doing the
I'm
research.
ending this.
There was
Yeah.
like a kid who has never done drugs in his life tried to do a drugs iceberg, and I was like, "Fuck this! This isn't what I want to do my dishes to," and I turned it off.
Yeah. Yeah,
But I've also
no,
watched
I've
the
become picky
Webkins.
with them too because I didn't know that there were so many people that did them. And then I was like, whoa, this
What
is a
are
whole
they?
fucking thing. All right,
So, like,
it's
you
just
like-
called icebergs.
And it's like a picture of an iceberg, and there's all of these topics that are surrounding one big topic,
Right.
and they get
so,
deeper.
like,
Everything gets
murder
deeper.
mysteries,
Yeah.
conspiracy
Like
theories.
the weirder, grosser shit.
Right,
gets
there's
in-
so
is
many
under the, is
different
at is
topics.
below the tip of the
Horror
iceberg.
video games. I'm telling you, it gets so
Oh,
niche.
I love
like,
horror video
these
games.
icebergs. Yeah.
I'm bad at them, so bad at them, and I don't ever know what I'm doing, and I just like being scared. Like I'm a psycho. I'm a psycho. I will put in
Which
my
ones have
headphones
you
in my
played?
Well, I suck at Outlast.
Outlast is so
so-
fucking good.
It's so good. I'm so
Oh
bad
my
at
god,
it.
the first like 2, I think 3 gets a little or is there a 3 or did they just like combine?
I have like the combined. It's on my Switch. I have like the combined
Okay.
1 and 2, which probably makes it harder to play on a Switch.
Yeah, no,
but
you
I
need
like-
to play that with the lights
was-
off and
and the-
it with a big TV. I'm telling you,
Oh, I
with the
would
volume
shit
up.
my pants.
Yo, it is so scary.
I would do that
you
in my
can't
apartment
fight.
because my
You
apartment.
just have a light.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's so hard.
Yeah, you have
I
to
like-
get away.
I like
What
I
is
would
it?
Google stuff to like because I couldn't figure out any of the hiding spots. So I kept getting my shit rocked by this by this demon that lived in the
Yes.
asylum. And it was right after I passed like the decontamination port and I got to a library area and they're like, you have to get into the vent. I'm like, where? God.
There's Outlast 1 and 2. The second one, you're like running from this like crazy cult. Like there's
Oh,
like
yes.
other wild shit too, but like you start off like running, like you're running from this crazy cult just out in the wilderness.
Yeah.
man.
Oh,
It's like
shit.
I'm telling you,
there
it
was-
is so. These games are so good. They're so scary.
There was one that I tried to play. I'm not good. I don't have good aim when I'm playing a shooting game.
Yeah.
So I was struggling with this game called Make a Killing hard, and there's like no real plot, so it was pissing me off because I couldn't like discover anything because I just
Yeah.
kept.
They're
you
just
couldn't-
like, "Here you
there was
go."
no like exposition in the front of it, so you could figure out what you're doing and where you need to go, what you need to
Yeah,
do.
they're just like,
which
go.
was really annoying.
You're here.
So it was like a poorly developed game from the start, and I couldn't win. And my old roommate at the time, who played more video games than me, she was like, "Come on, you just suck. Let me try." And she like got her shit rocked. And then
Yeah, so
my
in your
ex would
fucking
like try
face.
to win it for me, and he like got I think 2 steps further than me or Rachel did.
Yeah.
And I was like, "See, I fucking told you.
Yeah, you
it's
suck
hard."
just like me and Rachel.
Yeah.
Fucking fuck you, bro.
And there was another one. I used to get onto this site of TikTok where it was like weird games that you could download that weren't like from
I've been
Steam or
there.
something. There were all these horror games, and I forget what website it is. And my computer's broken, so I can't. My cat's a criminal. She like knocked over a water on it,
Oh, yeah, I'm real careful.
and I didn't
around
realize
my
it was
cats.
wet until it was too late. I came home from work and I was like, I'm gonna fuck up some Stardew Valley with my
I
253
got some
mods.
killing to do.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta go kill some slimes. I gotta milk my strawberry cows that I downloaded off the internet.
Yeah, no,
I even
I'm
got
so
quails.
careful around my cats because I know that they're just complete
Mine keeps-
assholes.
Yes. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Does yours like
I love them
climb
so
shit?
much, though. Oh yeah,
Mine goes into the ceiling.
yeah, yeah. So if
Like-
if I let them into my daughter's room, if they can get into her closet, they can get into
I know what
the
you're talking
fucking like furnace, like the back of the
Yes.
furnace. Somehow,
Somehow, by
some
the gra-
way, dude, they
They
find
like
a
dislocate
way.
their
Yeah.
entire body.
Yeah, and then they'll just be on top of it meowing at you because they're stuck.
Yep.
And I'm like, you're stuck there until you find a way out, you son of a bitch.
My cat. That happened. My
God
mom.
damn it, Millie.
My mom's house, like she keeps having like pipes burst for some reason, and so like her basement is missing like the tiles, like that, like
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
do they're called. And so my cat has found a way to climb up in there
Oh
and
my
just stays there. I'm
God.
like, where's the cat? And I was like, probably in the ceiling. What do you mean, probably in the ceiling? You let my cat in the ceiling? And she's like, yeah.
Is
I
it a
can't get
boy
her
or a
down."
girl?
Girl.
Girl?
She's like a little baby tortie.
That's
she's
funny.
psycho.
So my boy cat, is annoying in way different ways than my
Yes.
girl cat is.
Yeah. Oh my God.
My girl
mom
cat is
like-
constantly trying to get into things, and my boy cat is constantly like, please just mashing his face
Yeah.
into me. Like, dude, I'm trying to take a shit, bro.
I
just
was like,
fucking.
I was singing to her. I like sing to my cat. I have a video of it. 'Cause
I
was
sing
so
to my cats.
I sing to her. I make up songs for her.
Yes.
And she's okay with them. Where's the one that I want to find? Because I couldn't find her, and I was really, really mad. Oh, I think it's it. Oh, I told her I was sorry. I was singing to her because I was sorry. Where is it? This is so
I'm
stupid.
sorry for yelling at you.
That's not even it. I call her Miss Zero. I don't even know. I took like 12. This has to be it.
Miss Zero, apple of my eye, cherry in my pie. Whoa, Miss Zero.
There was one where I sing about her being in the ceiling and she won't come out, and then she comes out of nowhere and scares the fuck out of me. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
Kitty, I have a kitty that lives in the ceiling of my mother's house. She won't come out because she's afraid of my Aunt Beth. I'm worried she'll eat something bad up there, maybe electrocute herself. I've been trying
Yo.
to trick her with a can of sprinkles lying there.
It gets worse.
Ah!
She scared the fuck out of me. She comes out of nowhere.
Listen, your Aunt Beth.
No, she's so scared. Oh my God. Even
Bro.
she's so afraid of me. I think it's because she's on the keto diet and she smells different. Like, it has to be because she doesn't eat carbs. But it scares and I can't. And she has no collar. She had like a collar that I really liked on her, and it's also so I know where the fuck she is. She needs to jingle, okay? The shenanigans that she gets into, I need to know where that bitch is at all times. And she has no collar, and I'm like, where is it? Mom's like, oh, I think it fell off in the ceiling. I'm like, you gotta put a thing up there. She can't. And I have like a video. I'm like, where is she? And it's like her head, just her head, just like, whoop, just pokes her little head out. And I was like, get down. And I like did have a container of sprinkles because I was like tricking her. I was like, uh-oh, sprinkles.
Oh shit! Come get him.
Yeah, I don't know if I
Yeah.
used the right part. I don't know if the sound goes out
Yeah.
here or here. It's probably loud enough.
Yeah.
If not,
Yeah.
who cares?
Oh no, I definitely heard it.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Your Aunt Beth
I-
really got me on that. That's like I really want to hone in on that. Just for some reason,
I
just
love.
really-
I know. She was
And
visiting.
the fact that you think she's on the keto diet just really
No,
makes
she
me
is.
laugh. That's the problem.
I think it, but she's also like skittish. My cat also
Like a
hated my
deer.
mom. Yeah, yeah. My cat hated my mom and my sister for a while.
Have
But-
you ever hit any deer?
So yeah, so my mom, she gave me like her 13-year-old Santa Fe
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 years ago.
Did that tank one over?
Oh, that tank! I've been in a deer with my mom has hit like it's always when I'm in the passenger seat. It's always when we're doing something
I've hit
important, and it's
3.
always like dusk. Yeah, my mom's hit like 4 or 5 deers.
Yeah.
And then I immediately got her car, and like I had it insured under, like I had non-owner insurance, but the title hadn't been switched to me yet, so I couldn't put the car under my insurance. There was like a whole thing where it was like sort of illegal for me to be driving this car, but also not really. I was like a registered driver, and there was a lot of
Yeah.
things happening.
All's fair in love and war.
Yeah, and I was also just like driving 15 minutes to and from work, so like it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
But I was driving home. I lived in the North Hills. I was coming off 79 or whatever road is the road, and there's like a little baby deer that runs out in front of me, and I tried to stop, but I hit it, and I was like, fuck. Because, well, what happens now?
Yeah.
I just hit something in a car that I don't own yet. And my insurance is like, this car isn't insured under me. There's a whole thing happening.
Yeah.
And I get out of the car and the deer's like,
This car's like medium insurance.
yeah.
Like,
And it's like,
just-
not, and the crazy thing is the car's like, it was like a really baby deer and it was a tank. The car's like fucking
Yeah.
huge.
Did it have dots on it still? Was it a real Bambi?
It was real little, and I cried. I was crying, and everyone's like, "You're gonna get sick." I was petting it, and I was telling it I was sorry because blood was
Damn.
coming out of all of its like face holes.
That's crazy. I'd be scared to touch it, that it would like hoof me or something. Like,
It couldn't even move. I got the shit out of that thing.
That's
And it was
fair.
really little, so there was no damage to my car, so I just like sang to it while it died. Isn't that crazy of me?
one time I
And then I
ran
sobbed
a
the whole way up.
complete adult doe over completely
Yeah.
in a Beretta.
No.
Like I went over it. That's how hard I hit this fucking thing. and
my mom.
it fucked my car up a lot. And but the girl I was dating, her dad went and was like, he's like, you left that.
Yeah, my
He
mom
went and
tried to
picked it up in a truck and made deer jerky
I knew
and cubes out of it. Just fucking.
That's so fucking funny. I had, what was I even talking about? Deer. We were driving to Girl Scout camp. We were in like Kane, Pennsylvania, if you know where that is.
I do.
Middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And we're on this.
It's like up by the state
border. Yeah.
park. Up by the state park. Yeah.
There was a Girl Scout camp up there that I really liked, and it got bought out by a landfill. I've always wanted to go explore it.
Yeah.
When it was like
Junk.
abandoned, because they only bought part of it and made it and filled it with trash. So like there might
be treasure there.
Yeah. But I got my mom hit this huge fucking deer. We were like 10 minutes from camp, and she totals her car. And we go up early. My mom was like the camp nurse, one of the people who helped set up the camp, so we were going up a few days early. Everything that we needed for camp, all of her kitchen lady shit, all of her nurse shit, just...
What? I bet your mom was the best.
She was like, she pulled into
Your mom's
this
so
country
cool.
club. She's so cool. She pulled into this country club, and this dude comes out with like his son, and she's like, "You don't want to eat that?" And he goes, "I don't like bruised meat." And my mom's like, "Okay." And the guy like looked at the car, and goes, "No, your car's totaled." And she's like, "Fuck." She had like I think 2 more car payments till it was paid off.
Well, like getting stuck there too is like.
Minimum no, yeah.
Yeah, you're like
done. And she's
fucking
like,
wrong turn type shit. Like,
I was like, "We're gonna die, Mom," and she's like,
Yeah.
"No, we're not." And I was like, "Do you think the airbags should have deployed?" And she goes, "Probably." And then
a guy that looked like
And then the ranger
Tiny
picked us
from
up.
fucking House of a Thousand Corpses probably just like hoofed your car went to the garage
Yeah.
himself. Dude.
Oh my God.
They didn't even need a car. He just like put it on his shoulder and like,
it was
drug
so
it.
crazy.
Fucking-
They were worried I was like hurt too, and I was like, "No." Surprisingly, I've had 5 concussions, but none of them have been from car accident. No, one of them has been, but not like bad. I had just hit my head.
Yeah.
My friends played hockey growing up, so they had like one of those like fake ice rinks in their lawn that you would like. It was kind of like a tarp that you'd fill with water, and it would freeze over, and you could skate on it.
Yeah.
And I was told recently that's rich people shit. I didn't know that, and I didn't have one. It wasn't me. But I fell and hit my head on the ice because they were trying to teach me how to like hockey stop, like plow stop.
Yeah.
Ate shit so bad. Don't do sports. Hit my head. And then my mom picked me up after I slept for 2 hours on their couch in their basement. They're like, "Oh, she doesn't look great." And they're like, "It's probably not a concussion." And I went like immediately fell asleep. And they're like, "Ooh."
I'm tired.
They were like, "Ooh." And I called my mom because it's like my mom's best friend. Like my mom and this lady still hang out to this day. And she picks me up, and we're going somewhere, and some guy T-bones us really hard, and my head goes like donk onto the window, and the police was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And my mom's like, "I'm an ICU nurse. She's fine. She already hit her head earlier. That's just how she is right now."
I'm gonna take her and
Yeah,
put her
yeah,
to
yeah.
sleep.
You're like, yeah, she's like, that's her baseline right now. And the cop's like, "Okay." Yeah, but I've hit my head a lot of times. I hit my head at Sonic and got a concussion.
Yeah.
I
I
was unconscious for
skateboarded,
that
so
one.
I also hit my head a lot.
Oh yeah, yeah. I would just eat it a lot. I never really. Oh my God! One time I slipped on like a mint. Have you ever been to Sonic?
A mint.
A mint. They were you're supposed to put like a peppermint on the top of every drink.
Yeah.
And if you hit one, you were fucking done.
Yeah.
Or like the little lime or
I
lemon
believe
wedges.
that.
Oh my
Because
God.
skateboarding, if
can
you
see
hit
that.
the littlest pebble, you're fucking cooked.
And I
You're
also, you
fucking
guys have
done.
like, well,
Just-
skateboard wheels are really hard. Like their durometer's really, really hard.
Yeah, but if you hit a pebble,
You're done because
You're
they're so rough. Yep.
yeah, you could be going fucking 20 miles an hour. You hit the.
I had
Bro, you're
outdoor wheels. I had like
fucking
real
done.
squishy wheels, not even like longboard wheels. I had something even squishier.
Right. Well, that's the
Um,
same thing.
I had another like set of wheels. I have like they're like on my skates right now. I have like mini longboard wheels on my one.
Yeah.
Because I like them. I like the shape a little better, but they're a little too wide. So like, if I'm not careful, I'll get wheel bite, and I'll like
Yeah,
trip and fall
yeah.
on my toe stop, which is fucking annoying. But I like hit a mint, and I felt in front of so many people. We were so busy.
It's like hitting
and
a
I slipped.
doorstop.
Yeah, I like went, and I flung back, like like in the Stooges when you slip on a fucking banana peel. What? Like, no, literally that was the sound I made, and then just like donk, like I swear I broke my tailbone or something.
Oh,
Like, I
I've
hit my
done
shit
that.
hard, and then I got up, like I looked around and I went back inside because everybody was watching. Like I've like fallen so many times. Like
Oh my god!
I
did that just like a few years ago, and I'm 36.
wheels or
so
on,
I
like,
just
ground?
no. I tried doing a board slide and slipped out of
way.
it. Yeah, I can skate a little bit still, but like I slid out of a board slide and landed directly on my hip, and I was like,
Oh my
and I
God.
haven't skateboarded since.
No, you could like.
I
I'm
was
not
like,
saying that
I
because you're
think it's
old.
time
Like
to
you could
hang
probably
it.
like.
No, I'm old, and
You can like break
fucking
a hip like that. Like genuinely, I don't mean that in an old person way, but like
Yeah.
depending on the way you fall on you can break your pelvis.
yeah. Well, I felt like I did. I couldn't walk right for quite a while.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm not gonna go to a. I don't have insurance.
No, I feel like, another thing is like you will definitely know if you break something.
Yeah,
Like
that's fair.
I always tell people that I'm like kind of a bitch about it at this point.
Well, you know
Like, I get
what
mad.
sucks is I broke my ribs before.
Oh, and you can't even do
Do
nothing
anything
about them.
it.
You just
You're
gotta
like,
watch for pneumonia. Oh, it's miserable.
I guess I'll just die.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah,
Just like,
and you have to get one of those like. Did you go to the hospital for it?
Yeah.
Did they give you one of those incentive spirometers? Where you go like, oh, slurp it in every 10 minutes or like 10
no,
times
they
an hour?
didn't do that for me.
Maybe you probably weren't that high of a risk then. Maybe they just didn't give you one.
It's me, Balake, from yet another podcast. Just wanted to let you guys know we're proudly brought to you by the meatiest of guys, meat guys. Are you tired of having subpar meats in your mouth? You know that supermarket meat full of glue, dye, God knows what else? Well, drive your ass up to West State Street and look no further than Meat Guys, the #1 source of quality meat in all of Lawrence County. With premier selections of everything to beef and chicken, pork and lamb, these guys will do you right and fill you all with whatever meat you desire. Hell, they might even be able to get you some ostrich if you ask enough. Use the promo code MEATYAPPERS for 10% off your order. And tell them Blake and Anthony sent you. Meat Guys, West State Street, Newcastle. If you're driving towards Walmart, you absolutely cannot miss it. Or find them online at meatguys.com. That's MEATGUYZ.com. Or Facebook.com, Meat Guys with a Z. Yeah.
That happened to my mom one time. She got surgery on her neck, and they're like, "You have to slurp this thing."
Yeah,
And she was
no,
like,
they did not do that for me.
'Cause
What
my
is
uncle,
it?
My uncle, it's called like an incentive spirometer. So that's like a big word for thingy goes sucky, and then like it tests how much your like volume you can bring into your lungs. So it's like it's shaped
I had
like,
one that you blow.
yeah, like a flutter valve.
Okay, so I did have one that you like,
Like, and it'll go.
but I also had asthma. So
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah. Let me go. I once when I worked my first job as a tech, because I was a transporter for a while, so like Uber, roll people around. Go,
I
here's
thought
your
you were
X-ray.
like a transporter, like hearts.
No, I wish they have
And
like
fucking
licensed people
livers
for that.
and shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
those are like physicians and nurses and stuff. Those are like those are core people.
Could you imagine them getting robbed by like black market people?
I'm sure
just
they
like, give me
do.
this fucking livers.
Oh my
bro."
god! Like, I
Just
actually like that's probably like a real risk. I'm like,
I need
I'm
this
like,
heart for my client.
yeah, and we're gonna do it in a hotel in the middle of nowhere.
It's the mob who owns Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. I always wonder how they do that, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, how do they? I wonder if they work at like abandoned hospitals. Like, how would you get a
Who
ventilator?
knows?
Like,
Because there
do you know what I
is
mean?
like black
Yeah.
market.
Because you like to do
shit like
surgery
that.
on people. I mean, they have to be like you can give people a twilight drug, but like, I feel like you kind of have to like.
Sedate them.
Yeah, sedate them, and you have to like make sure they're breathing. Like, I mean, I guess
Yeah.
if somebody dies, but you don't want them to die because then their organs die.
If they're organized enough to steal fucking organs
Organs?
from transporters, I'm gonna guess they have
Yeah,
like
like-
equipment and
Yeah,
shit.
they have a way. There's
Yeah.
probably doctors who work on them.
Oh, who?
Oh yeah, it's probably just people who've been disbarred.
This is America.
It's probably just people who like. It's probably just a guy that has one too many malpractice
The
suits. and now he takes
top-rated doctor in
kidneys.
the world probably does like black market fucking
Oh yeah, no,
weird
don't ask,
shit.
don't tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's be
Oh
real.
come on, you're right.
Especially if you live in like a big city or something
like a
like.
hub, definitely.
Yeah.
like
There's
New York,
no
LA,
fucking way that some
Chicago.
of these doctors aren't like doing. Maybe not the top-rated ones, but like
Oh,
still
freaks.
good doctors. I'm sure fucking
Yeah.
doing like, well, I can't beat that guy, so I gotta fucking
Yeah.
stitch up the yakuza.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking like.
Yeah, it's just like someone's grandson. They're like,
Yeah.
you gotta do these stitches on this guy who just killed a guy, and he's like,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, he's like, just back to sleep, son.
yeah.
Just
Sorry,
there's
Greg,
a
this
bleeding
might
guy in
hurt.
our living room. I need you to ignore it.
Yeah, man. Don't look to your left.
Yeah. Do you like the things we have? Shut the fuck up.
I paid for your medical school.
Yeah.
You have no debt.
Yeah, if you don't want to go to Disney World, we don't fucking have to, you little piece of shit. Just fucking
Little Jimmy, little Tony.
go back to sleep.
Did you ever read that article that was like old mobsters are getting pissed at their grandsons for like texting and incriminating themselves?
Because they're trying to
they're
show
stupid
off. They're trying to
fuck.
flex and fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they got the oldest guy, like some of the oldest mobsters who have evaded arrest for like decades. And it's like
so
a 9-year-old
funny.
man is in jail after his dumbass grandson.
Yeah.
Posted him on Snapchat or
Yeah,
something.
just with like
Like
thousands of dollars.
Yeah, they
Just
tried to like get
fucking-
him into the business, but they were bad at the business and got caught. Like I think
Yeah.
about that like all the time.
Yeah,
funny.
I could imagine that because like
Yeah.
you have to imagine like them just they're used to money. They're not like used to like growing up how their grandfather did.
yeah.
Like they don't know anything about anything like realistically
And also especially,
and like
like-
not hating, like good for them, like you know what I mean, and like technically that's what their grandfathers wanted when
Yeah.
they started, like I want to make sure my family's okay for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
And they are, but now your grandson's a pussy.
Yeah, and now he doesn't know how to do anything. And I also
Like,
think,
it just
especially
is
in
what
like
it
the
is.
technology age,
He's
you can't
Jim Pan
avoid.
laundry. That's what
Yeah,
he's doing,
stop.
bro. It's
He's on
fucking-
Jersey Shore.
He's on the Jersey
He's
Shore.
AJ Soprano.
It's funny, yeah. Like- and like, there's nothing like wrong with that. Just like, you know,
Yeah.
it's a different life that they're living.
I've never seen The Sopranos. I've seen bits and
Oh,
pieces
really?
of
What?
it.
Really?
I know.
I only watched it for the first time last year.
Yeah, I have. I've seen my
Oh,
roommate
really?
and her
Yep.
boyfriend really liked
I didn't
it,
know that.
which
Yeah,
was
dude.
cool. But
Great,
I
great
the
series.
first time I watched like a couple episodes just like in passing when I was cleaning up my apartment. You'd cook one meal in there, and there would be like everything in there, and like sometimes they would like cook these extravagant meals and watch The Sopranos, and then I would like make a sandwich. And, like, well, you have to clean the kitchen, and I'm like, I didn't make pasta from scratch. I'm not doing that. But, yeah. Anyway, I like was really tired in the middle of the night, and I tried to write a joke about The Sopranos in relation to me. It never really got off like the cutting room floor, but it was like I'm like Tony Soprano, eating mortadella out of the fridge in the middle of the night, getting so anxious I pass out. Or something like that. I forget what it was. It was something like, so it was just like 3 sentences on like a notebook.
That's so funny because there's been multiple
Eating
times.
cheese and passing out or something.
There's been
Yeah.
multiple times in the middle of the night I've been eating deli meats and
In the middle-
cheeses in the middle of the
Yeah.
night.
Oh yeah.
I get
In my
I go
underwear.
No, yeah, I go in there, and I also like I eat crazy shit all the time. I have like a kimchi eating disease.
Yeah, I think you told me about this.
Yeah, I eat a lot of kimchi. Like
Yeah.
I get
Yes,
like
you did.
Costco
You just
size
told me about this, like,
containers.
2-3 weeks ago. I swear to fucking God.
It keeps getting worse. Like I got one that was like this big, and I just like eat it. And my mom got so pissed at me when she saw me do this because I just get a fork. And you know like how people eat shredded cheese in the middle of the night?
Yeah, yeah.
I eat kimchi like that. So I'm in there
Just
like, and it's like
fistfuls of
wet
it.
too. It's like wet. So I'm like, and like my fridge dings if it's open too long, and that's like the time. Like, and it's so embarrassing when it starts to ding.
You're like, all right, time's
You're
up.
like, all
I
right,
gotta
wrap
put
it up,
back.
wrap it up. You gotta stop eating out of the fridge. Because I don't like turning the light on because I don't want to I don't want to be more awake than I'm already like half asleep. Like whenever I wake up, my blood pressure is really low or something. Like my like brain is not getting enough blood flow.
No, if I wake up in the middle of the night, I crave different things.
Yeah.
Last night, I woke up at 4:30 in the morning, and all I wanted was Barks root beer, and I had some. But that's
Just
exact.
Barks?
Yeah, and I just chugged it until it hurt. You know, and you're like, ah! And then I was like, all right, I'm ready for back to bed.
And I know what you mean by chugged it till it hurt. I do that with Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, well, that's my other favorite.
I love
like Barks root beer and Dr.
Wait, I have like my coworkers make fun of me because one time before work, it was like when I still lived 10 minutes away from work, I drank a Dr. Pepper too hard, and I got so nauseous that I thought I was gonna vomit.
I've done that.
You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
it like
it
actually like your
hurts.
mouth
Yeah.
gets wet and
Yeah.
you feel like you're going to puke.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I have like this really weird don't get scared early morning nausea. But it's It's happened
Don't
since I was a
get scared.
kid. It's not that
Don't
it's-
give me a pregnancy test.
No, it's not that. Its womb is barren. But it's been like a thing since I was a kid where I just get randomly nauseous.
Yeah.
Or like especially like even like I don't like puke when I'm hungover really.
Yeah.
I'll have to like make myself puke if I feel sick typically.
Yeah.
But I would like pretend to like it's not happening. Like I would just lay there and like try to avoid it.
The only hangover that's ever made me puke is malt liquor
Oh.
and wine.
Oh my god. Do you know what also do you know what's made me sick? The
Wine
sickest
has
I've
given
ever
the
gotten.
migraine from the wine.
I'll get
I
sick
was
from
just
like my old roommate used to live or we used to work at like Arsenal Cider House, so we'd get a lot of free cider. And ciders, especially when they're sweet, make me
I was
violently
gonna say,
ill.
I think that's what it is with the wine. Is
Violently
like the
ill.
sweet.
Oh, I will
You know what?
die.
In Mad Dog 2020, which is cheap wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
it's
heard of
just-
that. You're scary for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tangerine Dream.
I once
I haven't touched this stuff since.
I have
I was violent. I mean,
like ill. I went to see the Chili Peppers with like Joel and our two friends, and I was like fed weed and liquor, and I got so sick that I had to be. Have you ever been so drunk that somebody carries you by your belt? That somebody like uses your belt as a leash?
I feel like
That happened to me, and I came out, and it was like still cute. We left early, and I was embarrassed. And then Joel's like, I don't like the peppers anyway. I was like, okay, and I was like going home, and I like stuck my head out of the sunroof, like wee, like, and then I get home, and I like grabbed a bowl from the kitchen, and Joel said, "Do you have to puke?" And I went, "I don't know, maybe." And he's like, "Put the bowl away, go to the bathroom." And I was like, so true. I was like hammered, and I went, "Goodbye, bowl." And I went upstairs, and I was like, I knew I needed to, but I didn't know how. And my sister was asleep, so I like shoved my fingers down my throat, did a little dance, and I like puked very quietly, very mindful,
very demure.
very demure. I was. I don't make a huge mess when I puke when I'm drunk, okay?
Very
I'm very
kind.
mindful.
Yeah.
I'm very demure. I stick my fingers down my throat really close to the bowl so I don't splash too loud. Very graceful, very considerate. And I flushed it and I wiped the seat and everything was fine. And I like didn't stand up. Like I crawled. And I rolled back into the bed. And Joel's like, "How do you feel?" And I went,
A little better.
and I was like, he's like, "Did you puke?" And I went, "Yeah." He's like, "I didn't hear you." I was like, "'Cause I'm being polite about it."
Yeah, very demure.
I was like, I literally, I told him, I was like, I was being very polite. And nobody knew. But other times, I know when people need to puke too. I'm really good at that. So I've like, with like my friends and I do like a group pee, and I'm like, "Come
Anybody
here."
got to go?
No, yeah, and they're like, "Yeah,
I'll
I
hold
could
your
go.
hair.
I could go," and they're like, and they
Yeah.
can't puke, and
I
come
wish
here.
more men would
I
hold
literally,
my hair.
I've done that to them. I've like held her hair and I said, "Come here," and I shoved my fingers down her throat and I said, "Cough it up."
I'm
now."
on my own
And I, like,
unless I have
tickled
a
it, and
good
I'm-
friend that's
it's
a
foul.
woman.
I'm gross. Like, and I feel like that's so disgusting. That's so disgusting. And I know like people who are like moms who go, "I just have my kids puke into my hands." And I was like, that would never be me. But like in a hospital, I used to work like oncology, like cancer. And if you couldn't, like, this is so disgusting. If your patient like was about to vomit, you're already wearing gloves because you're in there.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, I feel like I'm gonna puke into my
You have
hands."
to hold their
No, I'm, like,
fucking
into
so
my-
it doesn't get everywhere.
Yeah,
No,
I'm like,
just
"Yo, give me your," I'm like, come here, and
Yeah.
like, or like a basin
let
or
them
something.
like yeah.
I'm like, "Come
Get
here,
them a
let's
bucket
go."
or something. Let's
I would just like,
get it over with,
get it-
pal.
Yeah, but not in a bad way. They don't want to be puking either. Nobody
Yeah,
wants
no.
to.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
And there's
Isn't it the worst too? Just like when you're dry. There's another even left.
I once got so sick. I was like, I ate bad food from my car.
Oh.
Car food. My family still is mean to me about this to this day. They're like, "I heard you made a petri dish and then ate it." And I was like, "Okay, eat shit and die," actually. But I was leaving my friend's house, and I was like, I shouldn't have eaten whatever I ate last night. And I like buckled my seatbelt, turned on my car, and I went, "Muh," and I opened my car door, puked out of my car.
Yeah.
Drove home, and I was like, "Oh, I have to call off work." I was so sick, and I was so embarrassed because I like could not stop puking. And-
Those are the worst.
Food
pukes.
was it like food poisoning?
It was food
because
poisoning. I
food
was so
poisoning
ill.
is the absolute
Oh
worst.
my
I've gotten
God,
so
dude.
sick
It
from
really
food poisoning.
is.
And like, sure, it's not long. You got what, like 24 hours or so.
But you can be so
But it's
sick
like
from
the
it.
worst. It's like
It's like
just
you wanna
going to
die.
hell.
Yeah,
Dude.
and
You're
it's
just
so bad.
dying.
And
Yeah,
if you can't keep anything down, you have to go
Both
to the ER,
ends,
and that's
yeah.
so embarrassing too.
It's the
Then you're
worst.
like, I ate something bad, and now I can't stay hydrated. And you need to give me IVs. Like that's so embarrassing. 'Cause
King's
you're not
buffalo
that sick.
chicken is what did it to me the worst.
Oh, sorry, I don't like Kings. I know I should, but
Well, you shouldn't after this. It's
what happened to you?
I've
When
never
was
been to
this?
another one since. I'm like, I can't. It was so bad.
They're like decrepit
It was
in
so
there.
bad.
There used to be one by my grandma's house. We used to go there. Got one of them fugly little frownies.
And then it happened to me the one time, and I don't know what the fuck I ate, but it was some kind of fucking chicken.
Yeah, it's
always
always
chicken.
chicken.
It's
for me.
fucking chicken, which is why I don't really get chicken places anymore.
It's
Yeah.
like I don't know what it is.
But I was the manager in Bridgeville down there, right?
Yeah.
And I was so sick, right? I drove down there because nobody could open.
No.
And then I had somebody come in, and I drove back up here to Newcastle. So, like,
That's like
Bridgeville.
3 hours.
No,
Like,
no,
round
no,
trip?
no. It's like an hour and 15 minutes.
So-
Depending on traffic,
Round trip or
it's
one
been
way?
like close to an hour and 45 with bad traffic. If somebody wrecks or something on
Yeah.
79, whatever. But like normally 1:15, I'm there. An hour and 15 minutes. So I drove that back, right? It's like Heidelberg, the
Yeah.
Heidelberg exit
Oh yeah.
on 79. Somebody comes in for me. They call me like 3 hours later when I'm in the middle of a sleep, like a sweat-filled
Yes.
sleep.
You finally get some sort of rest,
Yes.
and the only time
for
you wake
like
up is to
maybe
shit
a
yourself
fucking
or to
hour.
barf.
Yes. And they're like, I'm sick. I have to go home.
No, the fuck you don't.
I'm gonna leave whether you're here or not. So I had to. I'm the manager. I'm driving back down the Heidelberg, stopping on the side of 79, throwing up
Yeah.
along the
That's
fucking
so
way.
gross.
And then when I got there, it was so bad I had to keep the door locked half the fucking time.
No. Oh my god.
Like it was like why I talked to my DM. I was like,
I can't do this.
And also, that's a health
honestly,
hazard.
this
This
is
is like kind of fucking inhumane at this
Yeah.
point. Like, I'm like, bro, the door isn't even open. Like, I can't even be up there half the time.
Yeah.
I was like, you fucking made me come here.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you gotta, it's Sprint.
Why is that always?
The best fucking service, which is why we had to sell the T-Mobile.
Because we were butt out.
Yeah.
But,
Fuck you,
yeah,
bro.
I got
I didn't even get a
norovirus.
severance. Suck my cock.
Yeah. I got norovirus from.
Yeah, they were
someone
like,
at
no, you
Sonic.
could be a regular rep at a T-Mobile. I was like, bro, I'm
what's
practically a district manager. I was running like 3
Yeah.
stores. Like, suck my dick.
Yeah, literally. They'll never pay you for that too. They'll never acknowledge what you did.
Yeah, no,
And you're
of
like,
course not.
you could carry a store on your back. Like I was a
Yeah.
manager. Like I had all the manager numbers. I opened like all this other stuff.
Yeah, right?
And like I was making like
It'll
$8
never
an
be.
hour.
No.
And they're like, you
Yeah.
actually shouldn't be making $8 an hour. We're knocking you back to $7.25.
You should be grateful.
And I'm like, they docked
like,
my
what?
pay at Sonic illegally. And I was like, oh, you're fucked in the head for that.
Yeah. I was salary, so they just like bent me over, no lube. Yeah. I was just like, okay, I guess I'll just
Like
fucking
when
suck
labor's
everyone's
high,
cocks.
like because you're the only one there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
sucked.
hated that.
Yeah, salary. I don't think I'll ever take a salary position again.
No, yeah, they'll just suck it. They'll just, like, it's
Are
really
you
bad.
salary doing what you do?
I'm hourly. Most people. Nope, we're most hospital workers aren't salary, unless
I
you're like a
wasn't-
manager,
All right.
like a unit manager or something,
Okay.
something big like that, and you have like some dumbass like
So
most
you
like
would never
consult-
do that?
be a nurse manager.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather die. Oh my god! Even my mom, who's got like 3 gazillion degrees in anything and everything,
Yeah.
like every certification under the sun, she goes. She's like, I would never do that shit. She's like, they asked me, and I said, because she was like a PCC, like a patient
Yeah.
care coordinator, like an
Yeah.
admin for like an entire hospital.
Do you get a bunch of overtime and shit?
I could if I wanted to. I just don't like it
Right.
because like it's
But
always.
you could, and that's
Yeah.
the fucking point.
So a lot of my overtime is like sitting for patients who are like a danger to themselves or others, and I've had
Wow.
like at my old job
sounds
I didn't
intense.
have like issues, with patients like that. They were annoying. They'd like
Yeah.
rip out their NG tubes and
Yeah.
stuff, their feeding tubes all the time. This one lady got on my nerves so bad with this.
Yeah. They're just
She,
a
like,
danger to your mental
yeah,
health.
she took it. Yeah, my mental health. She'd like rip it out of her nose, and she would be like, "My throat hurts.
Yeah.
Why am I bleeding?" I was like, "Because you're ripping out your feeding tube every 15 minutes."
That was
And
me
the
in
thing
third
is-
grade when I got my tonsils taken out.
'Cause
The
they just put it
nurses
right
were
back
so.
in.
I just kept moving anything they did.
Uh-huh.
I was like,
But
and
you're
then
like
I
a
couldn't
child.
breathe. And
You're
then
like
they,
a
like,
child,
put
so
shit
it's
back on.
fine. But this lady ended up pulling it out of her nose. She was so mad at me. She pulled her feeding tube out of her nose and started beating me with it.
Oh shit.
Like, oh my God. I explained this to like a doctor one time. He thought it was the funniest story ever. I was like, yeah, because you never experienced that.
Old people
Dr.
are
Smith,
crazy. They don't
they're
give a
crazy.
fuck.
They don't give
Yeah.
a fuck. They'll tell you whatever they think is what comes out of their mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. I once, I was like, hello, my name's Abby. Can I draw your blood? I'm going to like draw your blood or whatever. And he goes, clean your glasses first. Or you can. And I was
Did
like,
you
"What?"
see that they're talking about all the advances they're making? People, I don't know if they mean now or sometime in the near future, should be able to live to 120.
I can probably see that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They have like, so medical advances are advancing so fast and it's crazy and it's mind blowing. Like when you're in surgery, the blood that they slurp out of you, like when they're cutting stuff, doing stuff, they slurp it out, clean it, and so when you get blood, like when you're given like blood products, it's never whole blood unless you're like in a severe trauma. Like it's either like platelets, packed red blood cells, or plasma, fresh frozen plasma. They can take your blood from surgery, clean it, make it into packed red blood cells, and give it back to you. And it's called the Cell Saver. And do you know what they have not invented yet? A wireless EKG machine. I am untangling 12 leads for 15 minutes, 7 times a day. And do you know how long it takes to take someone's EKG? 15 seconds. So I'm in the patient's room untangling, and I can untangle it before I go into the room. The second I take it out of its holder, they are a mess again. And I'm like, you'd think after everything they've created for the hospital, they can take your blood and give it back to you. And they're like, untangle it.
That
It's
is
so
crazy.
annoying. God, it's so annoying. I also once had a patient who was like having a stroke or something. This was so long ago. And he had, this is so bad. He like lived in, this is like in a different country for a while. He lived in like Eastern Europe or like Germany or something. And he was from like the deep south. And so he would go in and out of like this like German or Russian into English and then into like a southern accent all in the same sentence. And he was like telling me all about this. I loved this joke. There was this guy, he was like, I was on like whatever country, like it was like, I'm on a German anticoagulant. I was like, what's it called? Blood and clotting? And nobody laughed. It was like me, 2 doctors, and the nurse and the patient. I went, blood and clotting? Like again. They didn't hear me. And they were like,
Rough crowd.
no, I was like, damn, tough crowd.
Yeah.
And then it's always when I bomb some stupid joke, the nurse is like, do you know she's a comedian? I'm like, don't tell him that now.
Yeah, don't.
Don't. I once had, this is so fucked. I had a patient another time. I was like getting his blood. He was like a cancer patient, like a chemo guy, so he had like bad veins. And all of the doctors and all like the students were in the room or something. And I get his blood first try, like not even looking, making conversation. And this one woman goes, wow, you're really good at that. And my knee jerk was, yeah, it's almost like I do it for a living. And that was the chief of vascular surgery, I said that to. And again, nobody laughed except one lone med student. And the patient goes, did you know she's a comedian? And I went, again, I was like, tough crowd. And I was like, sorry, was my delivery bad? And I was like, I don't know. I'm going to run your blood now. And I like wanted to die. I like it's always like my delivery's off or something.
Well, like, I mean,
Or, like,
nobody really likes to be the butt of the joke, though.
oh yeah, I didn't
either,
mean
so,
to either.
like,
It came out so bad. And I went, yeah, it's almost like I do it for a living.
Yeah.
And everyone was like,
Yeah.
I went, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I've had like patients like take pictures of me and shit. Like, oh yeah, apparently that's like a new rule. You can like film in the facility I work at if you're
You
a
like
patient.
pose, you like.
Yeah, but you can't take a picture of me. Like if I were to make like a TikTok in my scrubs and my badge was even like remotely visible, I could get like fired and sued. But my patient doesn't like the way that I fluff their pillow, they can put me on Facebook Live and say I'm ugly. That's awful. Don't take a video of me. I look like I've been hit by a bus when I'm at work. I tell my coworkers, like, if I start looking good, be worried. I started wearing makeup to work just because I was like, what if I liked myself again? They were all like, oh, what happened to you? And I went, what do you mean? But yeah, I don't want to look like busted. Like, truly, like, I wear, like, crazy scrubs to work.
Yeah.
And my pants keep ripping at work.
I don't think I've seen you wear any super crazy scrubs after work at a mic.
Sometimes I do. The ones where the pants match the top.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You see me in the
actually.
scrubs of shame, too. I don't know if you've ever heard of that term.
No.
That's when you get, like, bled on or pooped on or puked
okay.
on. And you don't have anything to wear. So they give you, like, the OR scrubs where, like, you change into them to, like, do surgeries. And they don't fit you. And everybody knows you did something that had to make you change. Everyone knows that you fucked up. When I worked at Presby, that happened. There was, like, a nurse. But they didn't have the scrubs of shame. They had, like, the paper scrubs for psych patients. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, Daniel, what happened to you, buddy? And he goes, I fell in a mud puddle on my way in today. I was like, oh, damn. Sorry, dude. Is your patient ready for MRI? And he's like, yeah. But yeah, my pants rip a lot at work for some reason. I'm not juicy either. Like, I'm not, like, thick. I'm like a noodle. I'm very...
A noodle?
Yeah, I'm very much, like, no shape to me whatsoever. And I keep, like, pulling up patients and they rip, like, up the crack. Like, I was, like, sliding up a patient, and, like, it was so loud that, like, the respiratory therapist and the resident heard it outside. It was, like... And I went, ah! It was, like, a sick patient. So everybody thought he was dying. I was like, no, it's just me. I like ripped my pants in front of like the blood bank manager. I was like running down to give like a blood typing screen, and they were doing like work on the blood bank, so like it was all covered in like tarps, and I went, oh, I'll just run it to the other part of the lab. And he goes, no, I got it. And I'd only ever seen this guy like typing behind a computer, and he sort of gave 5'10", but like he stands up and he's like 7,000 feet tall, and he like scared me, and I like handed him the blood, and I like ran away. And then like the next day I see him again, and he's like signing out the blood to me, and I lean over to sign the blood out, and I rip my pants. Or no, some other guy. I was like, this is a different story. I've only done embarrassing things in front of this guy. I don't even know his name. He's seen me at my worst like 12 times. And this girl was like, do you want a bag for your blood? Like the bag, it was already a bag, but like you can put it in another bag. And I was like, no, I don't care. And I know your supervisor gives a shit, but I don't. He's not here. I haven't seen him all day. And I leaned to send the blood, and I again rip my pants. That's what I'm saying. And I'm like,
SpongeBob.
oops. And I rip my pants, and I like run away. And who do I see in the hallway immediately? The fucking supervisor for the blood bank.
That guy.
And I am immediately like to the elevator,
call him Tom.
and I'm hiding the blood behind my back because I'm breaking the rules. And I'm like pressing the elevator, and apparently I've seen him enough that we're on like a hi, hello, how are you? And so I'm like, no, I'm good, how are you? And I like run away, and I'm like, he probably thinks I'm a crackhead.
Stealing blood.
And so like I tried to redeem myself. So I tried to like redeem myself and wave to him when I saw him, but now I'm like, oh my god, he thinks I'm like
a weirdo now.
Yeah, he thinks I'm insane. And it's like, no, I just keep ripping my pants. Like I've ripped my pants during CPR too. And I just like, it's so annoying because
insert
like,
the rip your pants song from SpongeBob.
Yeah,
Dude.
everyone like, I was like, oh, I love like your crazy looking scrubs. Why haven't you worn them? I was like, because I ripped them all up the ass. All 7 pairs. Okay.
You know though, like I have to say, like you said you have no form, but like, does that happen to people?
I think it's because I'm
with
shrinking
form?
them in the wash.
Is that the culprit?
Yeah.
The wash? Okay.
I think I've like gained weight and then shrank them in the. They're like 100% cotton, and I also think they're probably just not made well. I've never ripped my figs. I've never ripped like my mandala scrubs. I've never ripped, but I've ripped the Gorman ones. I've ripped them hard.
All right, Gorman.
Like,
we need you
work
to
on
fucking,
yourself. But
yeah.
also, they had the best customer service I've ever encountered.
Yeah. Well, if they want to be sponsored, then they better get it together. Come on, Gorman.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I like looking directly in the camera. I think it's fun.
Yeah, I cut over to it too. Maybe I've watched too much of The Office. I don't know.
I have never seen a lot of The Office, but
Yeah.
with things like that, like Harry Potter, The Sopranos, I learned just enough things.
Yeah.
Twilight even, where I pretend I've seen all of it.
Yeah.
Like the Hunger Games. I know enough about it that everyone like
You
I
can
have
get
like
by.
I have good opinions if people
Yeah.
think I've seen it.
What's your opinions on Game of Thrones?
Ooh. Oh, God.
You're just gonna go off memes, aren't you?
No, Daenerys should have been queen. Did she end up being queen or am I wrong?
She does end up being queen.
Oh, then she deserved it. That's my opinion.
Not at the
I'd
end,
ride a
though.
dragon with her though.
That's all I know. I've actually never. That's something I won't watch. That's too much for me.
All right, not even a few episodes. to,
No,
like-
because they're so long,
It is a lot.
yeah.
and there's so much of it. Leave me alone. You know what I
The
mean? That's
dialogue is a
enough.
lot.
All right.
It's a lot. I just think it's like too much for me.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, I watch a lot of weird stuff though.
Like Hoarders.
I do.
There's
like,
new
have you
episodes
seen the
of
one where
Hoarders.
she shits in the
I wanna
bucket?
watch. What? Yeah, of course I have.
Oh, great one.
We know somebody who does shit in buckets, actually.
It was so funny. As soon as you said shit and bucket, you, like, was like, huh?
Yeah. I'm like, I know a bitch that shits
Actually.
in buckets. There's fucking yeah, some crazy wild one.
Yeah.
Well, she used to. Anyway,
Why?
I don't know. She was a hoarder and nothing
Oh,
worked, and they just
yeah.
pooped in buckets and made her kids live there, and they got mad at her kids whenever they said something.
That's so
Which is
scary.
wild. They're like, oh, yeah, sorry, you're right. I should have never said anything to anybody about what we're...
My living conditions.
Yeah. I'm sorry that my life is so much better.
I know. I had a thought in my head, but it went away.
Yeah, that was a sad story.
No, yeah, that was a little depressing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I also just like talk a lot about. Oh, a lot of my sets even about people dying. But what if that guy died? And you're like, oh wow! It's like, but I make.
I'm a big fan of the Hoarder show, though.
I do. I need to watch more of it. I also really like My Strange Addiction.
Yes.
Oh my god, where the girl
one.
was eating the fucking
Baby powder?
No, worse, the laundry detergent and the soap.
Oh, yeah.
Or like the girl who would pluck her hair follicles out and eat them.
Yeah. Or the guy that had sex with his car and, like, tried marrying it.
Oh my god, there was
That
a
one?
when I worked at Presby, there was an ER nurse there who told me the story. I don't think this happened at I don't know where this happened. But
Some
there was
guy, he just really loved his
yeah, this
fucking
guy on like
Eclipse or
crack
something.
tried to
Just,
like fuck a car, like the gas thing, and his dick got stuck.
Hell yeah.
And he had to come in with like a penis injury.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That was like
Probably,
somewhere else. He was like a
well,
travel
could you
nurse before he
imagine
was-
gasoline on your fucking
Ugh.
genitalia?
No.
That had to
That
burn.
would burn,
I don't even
right?
like
Yeah.
when I don't even like when like it dribbles out when there's like pre-cum coming out of my like the nozzle when you put the gas.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
like that at
off-putting.
all. Yeah, it's like
Yeah. Calm down.
Yeah, I
I'm putting
know.
you
Like,
back.
like relax. It's over. We've done enough.
It's only $20.
Yeah, come on. Have some self-respect.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. This is a sicko.
gross.
That's enough tags, I guess. No, fuck
Enough of that.
Is there anything? Well, I was gonna say, is there anything you want to plug? But I think the next couple things we're both on together, which is why I wanted to have you on to begin with.
They keep booking us.
Yeah,
We have a similar vibe.
erratic. No, it's
Insane on stage.
yeah.
Screams.
I poke my butt out a lot personally. She doesn't. I do. Yeah. No. But yeah. No. That's why I wanted to have you on. We are on the next.
I have
few
a couple
things.
of things.
Yeah.
I have. I'm featuring on a show at Casey's Bar in Southside on September 8th. That is September 8th. It's a Sunday, which is crazy, but whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing a feature like comedy sketch show at Glitterbox Theater in Homestead.
I
Oh,
did
nice.
see that.
Yeah,
That's fucking
on,
cool.
September.
I didn't see the date.
No, it's the same date as the other show.
14th?
14th. September 14th. And then also, that's September 14th. If you don't want to see me play a refrigerator, you can go and see me do comedy after Pop Punk Pants play music.
Hell yeah.
And also Blake, if
Yeah.
you're curious.
And that is going to be fun.
That's
I feel
gonna be so much fun.
I've been in that room a couple times.
I have done really well at Squirrel Hill.
Yeah. Well, the one show was it wasn't that many people. The mic I did was fun. It was just like a mic there. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah.
I scared myself there when I was at that mic for some reason.
Yeah.
I was just like having like a bad day in Abbey World. And I saw my coworker there who plays pool there, and that freaked me out. And I bombed in front of Jim.
Yeah. I feel like that's a big pool shark.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I could just die.
Right there.
But I saw him and I was like, there he is. But then I like bombed and I went, you didn't see that.
See the blood bank manager?
No. I don't know that guy's name either. Someone told me that because I was telling them the story about how he scared me.
Yeah.
Because like when he stood up, it was like when the TikTok where it was like the short friend hands the tall friend like a drink and like they pick it up and it's like a shot glass, but it was like a full cup when somebody. That's what it felt like handing him the blood. And I was telling the one girl who worked at the blood bank that. She goes, oh yeah, and she like says a name and I went, sure. And to this day, like name. I also don't need to know it.
Jim.
I think I've spoken 15 words to the man, and I've worked there for
Jim
years.
sounds like a good blood bank manager name.
Nah, he's just a nurse. That's my bro.
Okay.
I love him. He's like my bald bestie. I work with a lot of old guys who are like surrogate fathers to me.
That's good.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I can fix your tires for you. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. And I'm like, thank God, because I don't know anything. Never changed a tire.
So is there anything after
No,
Squirrel
not
Hill?
yet, actually.
Not yet?
Not that
I'm sure it'll be the same things. No.
I don't know. I maybe if I get like new stuff happening, there'll be more shows. But also, people tend to love to book me really close to the date that things are happening, which is stressful for me.
Yeah.
I'm very type A. I have like my calendar down to the minute in my phone.
I got a few new things cooking, so I'm
Like
excited.
What are the secrets?
Jokes.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you haven't really been around too much, huh? I haven't seen you.
I
seen you at Scarps.
Yeah.
For a minute, but
My
like
car's
you were
my
outside
evil.
when my set, and like nobody was really fucking in there.
Yeah, I haven't
anyway.
been doing that good at Mario's lately, so I just kind of went.
Well, it was rough at Mario's for a little bit. It's just because like it was out of season, like all of Carson Street. I don't know if you noticed that. Like it was
yeah.
just like a ghost town down there.
Yeah, is that because of school being
Yeah,
out?
yeah.
Oh, that
But,
actually tracks.
It's been picking back up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do people still scare away the girls in there? That's my favorite
doesn't
thing.
that
It's
suck?
Like 21-year-old
Yeah.
girls in there with their friends.
Yeah.
And some random guy who's only done comedy 3 times sucks the air out of the room.
Yeah, and then
And,
I
like,
go up
10
next
people
time
leave.
and they walk like 10 people, and I'm like, cool.
And it's like I'm like the only
I'm like,
girl
hey, wait,
for like.
please, wait.
I'm like,
wait.
come back. I have stuff to say, but then because
Yeah.
I'm so nervous that 10 people walked, I'm like,
No, you just got to go in there and make a joke about it. Be like, thanks for walking the whole room. No,
Oh my
who am
God,
I
they
going to
made a
say
joke
jokes
about
to?
somebody
Oh, okay,
walk-
you. Yeah.
somebody walking somebody sometime at Mario's, and
Yeah.
I was like,
I
I
don't care.
felt so bad.
I don't care. It's a joke. You got to open up the way. That's like the best way to open to bring the energy
I
back.
know.
Honestly,
I
like
felt
who?
so
like and
bad.
if they're a comedian, they're gonna know. Like I've had it done to me.
I
You've
do
never
that-
had it done to you. Like
Yeah.
woo. Like
No, actually,
well, I'm gonna do it the next time.
it's because I'm a girl.
No, if
Maybe.
I ever go up after you and it goes bad, I'm gonna be like, oh my god,
Oh my
no,
God.
that girl.
Women in comedy.
What
am I
the
right?
fuck?
Shut up.
Go back
with
to
the
the
nurse shit.
ICU.
Don't quit your day job, honey.
No, seriously, you shouldn't feel bad about getting a laugh in there for like I don't take it personal.
No, I don't
like if
care.
I have a bad night, I had a bad night.
Yeah, you're
and if you
gonna-
could bring the energy back up by like
You're
calling
like, oh,
attention
thank God.
to it, then like
It's always the worst when you know you're bombing and you're
Yes.
trying to win them back, and
And
they're
you just
like,
can't.
you can't. And
Yeah,
it's like,
you're too far gone.
And
You
I've
dug too
only
deep.
ever like, it's so bad. It's like I'm only now like I've only like what I'm like 2 years in.
Yeah.
2 years like 2 weeks. Like I'm learning how to read the room still. So like a lot of
I
times
feel
like my
like that's
jokes
an
are,
evolving thing though, especially if you're gonna travel.
yeah, I do well in sex clubs apparently. That's what I did. I did like Blue Room
Yeah.
and Indie. And I was like, great, that's my fucking audience.
Hey.
Fiends. Oh my God, I was like leaving and I was so nervous after that. Like I chugged like a beatbox, which made me violently ill. and I was traveling with my boyfriend, and I was like so embarrassed because I was drunk, and then because like we got there early, and I forgot if you like go there early, they'll give you a tour of the sex club. So we were in that. Neither of us wanted the tour, so I already felt bad that like we went to the basement and there was like DP porn on like 5 different TVs, and I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry.
That's a dick.
And then I crushed my
That guy has his dick out.
crushed the drink and was leaving, and I saw a lady getting finger blasted in the hallway, and I looked at Joel, who was like,
Yeah.
and he was like, and I started crying. I was like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. You gotta be sex positive though. She was enjoying herself.
Yeah, she was enjoying herself, but I was like, I'm sorry you had to see that. I was like, which isn't funny, but like it is.
No, that's definitely funny.
Yeah.
Joel, I think that's funny.
He's like, that was fucking disgusting.
Yeah,
He's like,
I could picture.
we're still good friends, but that was like so fucking funny. To
That's
me.
hilarious.
It's not, but it is. Love and light to that woman, but she was like,
All right, that's a great note to end on. Finger blasting in sex
witnessing
clubs.
oh my god.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
If you stayed and watched the whole thing, we love you. Thank you. You know,
Bye.
who's to say how many people watch?
Stepping on the gas, no brake light. I got a big dream and I aim high. Take a risk every time I play dice. I shake 'em up and it's snake eyes. I'm the same guy on the same grind. Busy printing money, watch the paint dry.